Welcome to Food Fights!
Food Fight.
Episode 3.
We're just trying to figure out who has the best burrito out of the 3 major Mexican chains. MOE'S, Chipotle, always a classic, and Qdoba. All of them are pretty much very similar burritos. I got steak as the base.
Steak, okay.
Yeah.
So let's try Kill Me More. That's cool. Now question, did you get the cheeses in all 3? The quesos?
No, not queso. I got like some of the
regular cheese? Alright,
but I did get guacamole from all 3.
That's fair. What is your order? Because I already have my order in my mind.
I haven't had Qdoba in a long time. I think I've had it like 2 or 3 times in my life actually, and I didn't really enjoy it that much.
Okay.
I have a feeling it's gonna be last, but who knows? Haven't had it in a while. And I think Chipotle is gonna edge out MOE'S just slightly. I think they're both solid, to be honest.
Very interesting. So, my number 1 will be Chipotle. I think my number 2 is your last one's Qdoba. Reason being, well, you didn't get the queso, but still, I think Qdoba stepped their game up recently. I haven't had it in a while, but I've seen and heard good things about them recently. MOE'S is a little bit off for me. There's something about the meat and the way it's done and the way they put the burritos together that I think Qdoba is gonna edge it out, and I think Chipotle is gonna be number 1.
I have been pretty disappointed in Chipotle recently. I feel like the quality of Chipotle over the years
it's
has
shut
gone
down.
down. Right? It's not just me, right?
It's shut down.
Okay.
It used to be really good, and now it gives me cramps. Like, I get it. It's shut down.
Something about like the meat every time I go there is like usually dry. Like nothing just seems as fresh as it used to be.
It's like they gave up.
MOE'S burrito. How does that look?
It looks well wrapped. Here's the thing. Chipotle has been messing up on the wraps. They keep bursting. They can't get it straight. I'm happy that MOE'S is good with the wrap.
You bring up a very good point. Chipotle always rips on me. That's why I usually always get double
wrap.
Double
wrap. It has to be.
I will say, when I went to MOE'S, I swear to God, the kid was like 16 years old. And it looked like it was his first time making a burrito. But it actually looks pretty decent.
You did a good job. I have a MOE'S burrito. Can you guys see that? We got everything going on in here.
MOE'S. Let's bite, go for it.
It's surprising. It seemed like they did everything right, but the mesh of it together wasn't 100% great. It didn't blend well together as a burrito for me.
No, this is not impressing me that much.
Like, it was, in my mind, it was much worse. So, kudos to MOE'S on making this a little bit better for me. But overall, I think it's mediocre. Out of 5, I give this maybe a 2.5, 3.
Everything just seems a little bit bland. I feel like the meat doesn't have like crazy good seasoning on it. It's a little bit soggy as well. The lettuce is a little bit old.
None of this is like fresh. Well, that's why they have all those salsas at the bar to cover up their basic bitch skills.
I'm gonna change my score to a 2. I think it's a little bit below average, to be honest. There's nothing about this burrito
that stands out.
Okay. Maybe if I got a different meat, because this meat feels dry, super dry.
Yeah, I always get the chicken.
This does not look very appealing, to be honest. It's the biggest issue that I have with all 3 is that, you know, it's great that they have the assembly line, but when the assembly line isn't busy and there's not a lot of people going there and everything's not fresh, everything just becomes way worse. The meat becomes way worse because it gets dried out. The vegetables get soggy. I feel like that's exactly what we're experiencing right now. What do you think of the guacamole, though?
I thought the guac was regular standard guac. All these places do the same thing with their guac. Avocados, tomatoes, onions, a little cilantro, salt, pepper, mix it all together. Basic.
Yeah, no real punch to it.
No, nothing.
I have a feeling we're gonna get better guacamole with Chipotle.
Let's do Chipotle next. I ate that whole burrito, by the way. I'm so hungry. Everything about Chipotle is more massive.
I think the quality of the guacamole looks a little bit better with Chipotle.
Now this is the inside of a Chipotle burrito. This already, from looks-wise, looks better. The meat doesn't look as dried out. The veggies, they all look the same. Old, like, it used to look so fresh.
I know. It used to be way fresher.
Alright, ready?
Let's do this. Noticeably better.
This is significantly better.
Significantly better.
The steak itself has a kick to it. There's a nice kick to it. The corn is better. There's flavor to it.
Yeah.
It doesn't taste as soggy. This one was actually not wrapped that bad.
No, yeah, I made sure. So the little trick I do at Chipotle is I make sure that they put very little rice in there.
That's the key. I always say go half a scoop on whatever you're thinking.
Steak tastes way better than Moe's. Seasoned way better. The vegetables way better in this as well. I did put salsa in both, and I taste the salsa way more.
It's not like the vegetables are even fresher than Moe's by any means. It's just they made sure they flavored everything.
I'm actually surprised because we were shitting on Chipotle earlier. I don't think it tastes as good as it when it first came out, but after trying Moe's, this is way better actually.
10 times better, yeah.
Way better.
Those are my number one. Those are our number one.
But what would you rate it out of 5?
3.
3? 3. I'm struggling whether I want to give it a 3 or a 3.5. I'll give this a 3. It's not outstanding. It doesn't blow me away by any means. I think it's better than average. Average being a 2.5.
None of these will be at least a 3.5 because their quality and their standards went down. Everything about all of these chains have gone down.
It seems like the longer they're open, they cut a little bit more corners every time they open up a new franchise somewhere else. Seems like it happens with every large chain.
Yeah.
They gotta make that money. I'm gonna try this guac test. Alright, Chipotle guac. Oh, you're crazy, dude. This is way better.
You like that better? Hold on. No, I'm not crazy. That's a good salt.
So, Rishi prefers the guacamole at Moe's. This one just tastes like, it just tastes like mushy to me. It doesn't taste as fresh.
It's
Like, I
probably
could
not
totally
fresh.
see them making this in the back, but I feel like they bought this.
That's like store bought, yeah.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if they had Moe's guacamole at Stop and Shop or something.
Ready for the last one?
Yeah. It has been years since I had Qdoba. This burrito is ginormous. Did you see this?
Yep.
Do you feel this?
Oh my god.
Dude, that is significantly bigger than Moe's and Chipotle.
This is Moe's and Chipotle together.
It's huge.
The Qdoba burrito. Their meat already looks better than Moe's.
I feel like anything's better than Moe's. That Moe's burrito was terrible.
Terrible.
That was really bad. And honestly, I was a few days ago, I was trying to defend Moe's and say that it's somewhat on the same level as Chipotle, and now that I just had it back to back,
It's not.
definitely not. Definitely not. Take that back. I gotta apologize to my brother for trying to even compare the two. This also looks like store-bought. It looks similar to Moe's, I feel like.
Yeah.
This is Chipotle, this is Qdoba.
Qdoba.
Alright,
Alright, ready?
let's do it. I will say, Chipotle's definitely better.
Yep.
Yeah, this doesn't taste that good either, to be honest.
It's not that great.
Not that good.
I thought it'd be a lot better than it was. But it still beat out Moe's for me. This is still my number 2.
I feel like it barely edges out Moe's for me.
Yeah. It's not by
Yeah.
much.
No.
But it still edges it out.
Barely. Pretty disappointed. It looked pretty good when we opened it.
It looked great when we opened it. I thought this was going to compete with the Chipotle. This is not. Chipotle still beat them, hands down. This tastes mushy.
Yeah, it tastes mushy. I'm not enjoying the rice. Something about this rice consistency.
Terrible. It's like they put all the ingredients in a bowl, smashed it, and then put it in a burrito. And yet this is still somehow better than Moe's.
The meat is super chewy, man. It's not good.
2 for the Moe's.
2 for Moe's.
I had to drop that down because that's how bad it was. 2.3 for this. That's how bad this is. I can't even go to 2.5. It doesn't. And 3 for the Chipotle.
Yeah.
I was excited about today. I'm not having a good time with any of these.
It just reinforces why I don't go to these places that
Yeah.
often, like I used to. I used to go to Chipotle pretty often back in the day. It is still the king out of the 3.
Alright, well, this was a very disappointing day for my taste buds.
We're gonna have these episodes though. We're gonna have these episodes where sometimes the food is just gonna suck. If I got had to change my review, I think Moe's might be a 1.5.
Yeah, I just feel like if we have to keep going back.
If I keep going back to these burritos and keep eating them, I'm gonna keep lowering the scores because I can confidently say I will not be going back to Qdoba. There's a reason why I avoided Qdoba in the first place for a while. I owe an apology to my brother saying that Moe's is comparable to Chipotle because
Yeah, you owe him one. A big one. It's not at all.
appreciate it. Make sure to like and subscribe as always. If you have any ideas for other foods that we should test out and compare to each other, just let us know in the comments.
We'll do it.
We'll do it because we got nothing better to do.
This is all we got.
All right, see you guys. Have a good one.
Peace.
Peace.